This is Roger with Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 2002 Ford F-250 Crew Cab. It is a 7.3 liter turbo diesel. It's four-wheel drive. It is a Lariat, which is leather, and it has 203,300 miles. It was a theft recovery purchased directly from an insurance company in the San Francisco Bay Area, and it's on a salvage title due to theft. Not collision, not fire, not flood. Please watch our little 3-minute animated video and you'll get an idea, a better idea of why. But basically it's the attorneys for the insurance companies not wanting the insurance company to get sued by the next owner. And the way they do it is by throwing the paperwork under the bus. The salvage title implies zero guarantee, zero warranty. So when I sell it to you and you kill yourself by running a stop sign and the attorney decides to look into it and find out that Geico or Progressive or whatever used to own it and they have lots of money, why'd they sell it on a clean title? They could have sold it on a salvage title. Then that's why they do it. So basically it's a immunity policy for the insurance companies. It's a vaccine against getting sued again for this truck. So that's why they do it. All right. Anyway, when we get it here, we do a 2-hour inspection. This is what they look like. I got my little, I always have to write it in my handwriting, what I'm going to tell you guys, so that I have read it and I know what I'm talking about. All right. This is what we did to it. It got wiper blades, it got sway bar links, it got a steering stabilizer strut, it got an air filter, batteries, rear brake pads and rotors, a thermostat. It had a leaky thermostat. Got a fuel filter. It got a Rotella oil and filter, so got an oil change. Got a fuel filter wastegate drain that was leaky. It got a new ignition, which was broken from the theft. Power mirror switch was broken. We got a new one of those. And we put a leather seat cover, slip-on seat cover on the driver's seat. It was really ratty and torn up. It's got a beautiful set of tires on it that came with it. Cosmetically, this truck has dings and nicks and what have you all over it, but the guy liked it enough to put a pretty decent set of tires on it fairly recently. So apparently, I would say that mechanically he had faith enough in it to spend some money on it. Like I said, it's got some dings and dents. We were gonna send this, we were actually gonna buy a new bed for this truck and then have the bed painted. And then we decided just to sell it the way it is. It's a 7.3, it runs great. It's got a nice set of tires. It's ugly. This camper shell, the third light on the camper shell does not work. We were gonna take the camper shell off. We thought, well, maybe somebody will want it. If you don't want it, tell us, we'll take it off, we'll toss it out. Also in this camper shell, that the sliding window on this camper shell is gone. The sliding window on the truck is there. But, and as you can see, he decided he was going to put in this nice carpeting stuff, and it's glued on there really good. We didn't want to take it off just because, you know, we'd be glue removing for a day. But, you know, technically speaking, you could take off the camper shell, take off the carpet, spend I don't know, half a day if you have a kid that you want to do some work for you, scraping off glue, or you could just drop a bed liner in it. Take the carpet out and drop a bed liner in it for 150 bucks. It does have a nice spare tow package. See, on this side of the bed, you got this, you got this. It's too bad the guy couldn't keep it between the lines on the bed, but from the cab forward he did fine. I'm not really sure what his problem was. Yeah, there's a dent right there. Well, he used the truck, is I guess what we're saying here. But it's a 7.3, mechanically very sound. So we're just gonna leave it the way it is, and whoever wants it is gonna get it. 203,322 miles on it. We're going to look under the hood. We're going to be looking for Ford stamps. There's a Ford stamp there. There's a Ford stamp there, and there's a new battery here. New battery on this side, stickers where they belong, Ford stamp there, Ford stamp there. That's all where it needs to be. That tells us that all the front end parts are original and it hasn't been crashed. When they're crashed, they don't replace them with original parts. There's your window on the passenger rear door. Door lock, power seat, forward, back, pull seat down, pull seat up, let me go down again, down, rear seat cushion up, rear seat cushion down, front seat cushion up, front seat cushion down. This seat's in really good condition. The driver's seat was a mess. So we had a correct color leather slip cover, they called them, and put it over the driver's seat. Your driver window, passenger window, passenger rear window, driver rear window. Locks are working. This is what that seat cover looks like. And trust me, it's a lot better than it was before. It's a little pouch in the front of it. That seat cover before, the whole outside was just completely torn up, which is very normal in these Lariat trucks. It's kind of surprising the passenger seat wasn't the same way, but he probably didn't have any friends. So that's why. Anyway, it goes up and back and up and down, tilt up, tilt down, rear tilt up and down. Alright, so that seat works fine. There. From there. We have a tilt wheel. That works fine. Alright. Seatbelt on. Radio.
If it's the best company on the planet, and it's going to double next year.
There's your radio, CD player, old school cassette player. Let's see, turn the air. Works fine. Let's see what else we need. Overdrive off and on. There you go. Let me pull it forward a little bit here so I don't back into anything behind me. The camper shell back there. I don't want to back into anything. Okay, we're in neutral. We're going to go to 4 low. And that's drive. Reverse. Alright, let's see. 4 high, drive, and reverse. Alright, and back to 2-wheel drive. Alright, now we're going to go for a ride. All right, this is on a salvage title. Obviously, you need plates and you need insurance if you're going to drive anywhere. And so, to do that, we need to take it to the police here and get what's called a restored salvage title from them. They do a level 3 inspection, then we get a restored salvage title. Restored salvage title, to get that, we charge $200. Basically, it's 4 to 7 or 8 hours of our time getting it done. We basically get up at 6 in the morning, get it there at 8, wait in line with it until they're done inspecting it. Sometimes if they have police action going on, real police work, then it can take a long time. They don't let us leave them there, so that's why we charge that. Sometimes our guys sit there for 7 or 8 hours sitting next to the truck. $50 of that goes to the state, and $150 goes to us to cover the price of doing it, the time involved in having our guy do it. So it's $200 to restore the title. That's mandatory if you're going to come drive it home. Then you're going to pay a $250 dock fee, and you're going to pay taxes. Taxes are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. Well, this thing runs great. If your state tax rate is 3%, for this is an example. If your state tax rate is 3%, you come to Tucson to drive it home, you'll pay 5% taxes. That's your 3 plus R2, and you'll pay $250 dock fee, and you'll pay $200 to restore the title. If you pay by wire and ship, all you pay is the agreed upon price, and that's it. Add $200 if you want us to restore the title before it leaves. Typical of Fords, it's got a little bit of a floaty front end. The steering box on Fords are loose when they're brand new. In fact, if you watch the Top Gear video on the F-150 Lightning truck that they did, it's pretty funny. It's got like 14 miles on it, and Jeremy Clarkson's complaining about how you have to point the car. It doesn't really steer. It's a Ford truck. That's what they do. That being said, for 200,000 miles, it's pretty tight. But we always tell people that that's part of owning a Ford truck, is that. And especially when they're modified, when they're lifted, they're always like that. Bad. This one's not too bad, actually. This was on a 1 to 10, I would say. With 10 being terrible, I'd say this is about a 3 or 4. Let's see. Deposits. Please get your deposit in. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Until we have a deposit, it's for sale. Once we get a deposit, we'll put your name in a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com, and you'll know it's yours. My brother will take this next, and he'll do about 50 or 60 HD pictures. In those HD pictures, there's a little device where you can click on it that'll magnify things. Please use that. There'll be a copy of the title in the ad. You'll be able to see that. Everything that we know, we will tell you. The last thing I'm going to say to you, it's pretty obvious, but some people need to hear it. This is way out of warranty. The people who built this truck gave it a certain number of miles and a certain number of years for warranty. It's way past that. They didn't know what was going to happen at a certain number of years or miles. They built it. They know more than we know. If they don't know, there's no chance that we can know. So when it gets to you, and a week later or an hour later or 10 years later it needs an injector, go get an injector. If it needs a windshield wiper motor, go get a windshield wiper motor. If it needs an oil change, do that. We don't know what's going to happen to it. You're the owner, okay? We've done everything we could possibly do to keep you informed. It's absolutely not in our best interest to do anything but tell the truth. It's the internet. Okay, but there is risk involved. So if you're not willing to take some risk and realize that, you know, it's a 200,000 mile truck that's 13 years old, then you should go buy a new one. And a new Lariat four-wheel drive with leather is about $50,000, $55,000, and you'll have risk-free driving for quite some time. Actually, 3 years. And after 3 years, you'll owe about $38,000 on it, and it'll be worth about 29, and then you'll be back to stressing about the mechanics of it. That's the reality of it. Some of the money you're saving, put aside in your mind, will have to go to repairs someday, sooner or later. Okay? Anyway, hell of a truck. Thank you for your time.